What it be, what it do, it is I, your Lord Octopussy, and I'm here with my Huntress changes. There's not a lot I would do to base kit Huntress because she's, you know, pretty much perfect the way she is, just almost perfect. At least in terms of conception, she's probably the most perfect designed killer in the game. But she does need a couple little tweaks. One little tweak that I think everyone can universally agree on, and just a nice little quality of life change. So the one change that I think Huntress definitely needs is hatchet hitbox size adjustments to more closely, you know, resemble the actual size of the hatchet model. I don't think it needs to be perfectly the same size as the hatchet model, but it needs to be, you know, a bit closer to that than what it is now, because there are some really weird situations you can get into with hatchets, especially if you cross it with latency. It just really makes shit weird. And onto a more fun quality of life change, a survivor is caught in a locker while the Huntress has less than her maximum hatchet carry capacity. She'll also reload her hatchets with a new animation, which would be along the lines of instead of putting her axe on the right side of the survivor while they're in the locker, she instead uses her right hand to grab a hatchet and then uses her left hand to grab the survivor out the locker. And now onto add-ons. The first add-on is the Yellowed Cloth, which increases the movement speed of the Huntress to 4.6 meters per second whenever she is out of hatchets. The Core Stone is exactly the same as before. The Bandaged Half decreases hatchet cancel time by 0.25 seconds, and the Amnita Toxin, I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, is exactly the same as before. Moving on to the uncommon add-ons now, the Weighted Head has had its duration increased to 20 seconds. The Shiny Pin increases the movement speed during wind-up by 0.62 meters per second. The Oak Haft reduces cooldown duration in between hatchet throws by 20% for 5 seconds after putting a survivor in a dying state. The Mana Grass Braid reduces the wind-up time by 20%. The Leather Loop remains exactly the same as before. Now on to the rare add-ons. Venomous Concoction, in addition to what it does now, it also causes survivors to vomit periodically for 30 seconds. The Rose Root will simply increase the flight speed of the hatchets by 30%. The Rusty Head causes survivors hit by hunting hatchets to suffer from the mangle and hemorrhage status effects until healed. The Flower Babushka, after putting a survivor into the dying state with a hunting hatchet, your movement speed will increase by 0.2 meters per second and highlight all lockers within a 36 meter radius for 10 seconds. And Deerskin Gloves remain exactly the same as before. The Wooden Fox grants the undetectable status effect and silences the Huntress's lullaby for 15 seconds after reloading. Infantry Bell activates after downing a survivor with a hatchet. Picking up the survivor you downed will automatically give you 1 hatchet. The Glowing Concoction is exactly the same as before. The Begrimed Head will cause survivors to suffer from the Broken status effect for 60 seconds after being hit with a hatchet. And finally onto the Ultra Rares. The Soldier's Pate gain tokens for hitting survivors with hatchets. Survivors hit from 0 to 10 meters away grants those 0 tokens. From 10 to 15 meters away grants 1 token. Between 15 and 20 meters away grants 2 tokens. And from more than 20 meters away grants 3 tokens. After gaining 25 tokens, Soldier's Pate activates and increases the Huntress base movement speed to 4.6 meters per second and allows fully charged hatchets to destroy pallets and breakable walls for the remainder of the trial. And finally, Iridescent Head. Survivors hit from more than 24 meters away with a hatchet will automatically be put into the dying state. And for a quick update to the Mori animation, I would reverse it, so she slams the survivor's chest twice with the axe and then goes to the head chop. And that is absolutely everything for Huntress. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you for the shape update. But apart from that, have a wonderful day, and bye-bye.